Hey everybody, Stock Picks by Tim here, and I want to get into Workhorse, but we're just going to glance at the overall market first. You'll see it's quite mixed. We've got a lot of the large caps down as much as almost 5%. We've got Tesla down, Apple down, Google, Microsoft relatively flat. But generally things are down, and when I look at my portfolio, a lot of the small caps have been beaten down quite a bit, including Workhorse. Now looking at Workhorse, you'll notice it's actually down 11% on the day, and it does look like we may break this 340 level. You'll notice that it was somewhat of a resistance back here, and then we broke out, tried to bounce off of it, trying again, but I think we may break it. However, looking at the RSI down here, it is oversold. However, looking at the MACD now that I pulled it up, it is still pointing down and looking bearish. So those of you paying attention yesterday, you saw that Workhorse had a pretty decent day, a nice 10% run, better than most stocks yesterday. But it's taking most of it back today, and I honestly think it's just an overall market thing. A lot of these small caps, from what I've noticed, are pretty beaten down today. So in a second, I want to show you guys an event that's going on, and Workhorse is there. I'll show you a couple pictures of that. But first off, I just wanted to mention that their market cap is right around 500 million. And we've got total cash of 200 million, very little debt, only 26 million in debt. That does look good. Now I do really quick want to mention that Workhorse just gave an earnings webcast. Haven't really talked about Workhorse since then, but if you want to listen to that, I'll leave you guys a link below for the earnings webcast, and I'll leave you a link below for my cut up edited version if you just want to listen to the key points. And now hopping over to Workhorse's Facebook, they actually finally posted something. It has been a few months since they've posted, but these photos were taken at the Work Truck Week. And this one hard to see photo was really the only picture I could find in the actual event, but luckily our friends at Reddit posted a couple of pictures. But looking at this, you can look through and just see what's kind of going on at the event, other trucks that are featured, and I'll leave you guys a link if you want to see that. There's also a video I'm going to roll here in a second, just kind of, briefly talking about the event. And here we have a picture of the inside of the work truck vehicle. And then scrolling down here, shout out to Bojangles here. We've got a couple pictures of the Workhorse vehicle, and to me it's kind of ironic though, because you see the C1000. This vehicle here is the C1000, and it is actually the vehicle that they're going to partner with Green Power. But I find it kind of ironic that it's on a C1000. They are going to be discontinuing the C1000s after this year. And then here's a couple more photos here. The executive team, their booth kind of. Here's the management team of more than 150 years of combined automotive experience. And then here's like a timeline basically. But I'll leave you guys a link below so you can kind of look through this. And here's a couple more photos as well. I mean, I like the look of the C1000. But as the CEO Rick said, it's not efficient to build these anymore. All right, folks. Now I'm going to leave you with that clip here so you can kind of understand what this Work Truck Week is all about. And let's get into it.
For more than 20 years, the people who design, build, use, and maintain the work trucks and equipment the world relies on have gathered to see the industry's latest products and technology, learn from one another, and discuss how to improve the future. And now, NTEA, the Association for the Work Truck Industry, announces a new name that best captures what the event has become: Work Truck Week. Today, the Work Truck Show is at the center of a full week of activities. Its busy exhibit halls draw everyone together, but Work Truck Week actually kicks off before the exhibit hall doors open. What started as a trade show has evolved to meet the changing needs of the industry. The event has expanded beyond the walls of Indiana Convention Center to encompass hotels, restaurants, sports arenas, concert venues, and the streets that connect them. From Monday to Friday, its energy, scale, and intensity encompass the city, making Work Truck Week a one-of-a-kind industry experience.
Now hopping back to the chart and zooming out quite a ways, you'll notice that we hit this resistance downward trend line and we just can't break out. We finally did though. We finally broke out, and then it rode it as a support and then bounced. So I find that overall bullish because we finally broke out of this negative trend. But it does seem like we're consolidating around this level. So I do expect we might potentially test some lower levels before pushing higher. It also depends on what the overall market is, but just keep in mind that, on the RSI, we are oversold. MACD is still a bit bearish, and the candles are bearish, unable to hold over the 8/21/13 EMA. But I plan on holding out my small position over the long term. So I'm not really worried about the day-to-day movements. I'm just keeping an eye on this, looking for any breakouts of lower levels. If we do break 275, we're going to be in quite some trouble. We might potentially find some lower levels, but we'll see if we hold it as a support. I do like Workhorse at this price. If I wasn't fully built out, I would be continuing to add, but I'm fully built out. I'm just going to continue to hold my shares. Potentially over the next few months, as I grow my portfolio, I might add to Workhorse just to keep everything kind of, in line in terms of weighting. But currently I'm alright with my small position. This is a risky stock, so I did keep it to a relatively smaller position of my portfolio. But those of you that are risk on, that have a big amount of this in your portfolio, I hope it pays you out very well over the coming months, even years. But that's basically it for you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. I put out daily videos, and until next time guys, take it easy.